were never good enough to ever be a Laker, but these words I recall got me bothered.
What's good, Laker fans? Welcome to Hoopla TV. I'm your host, Chris Calvin. Come on in, kick your feet up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. We're here for that good Laker content, that real conversation, that real basketball talk. We talking all things Laker, all things Lakers, all things basketball in general, even some football. Football wise, I'm a Carolina Panther fan, so from time to time I have some Panther topics or some other NFL or football related topics. You know what I mean? We gonna get in here and just chop it up, enjoy the good conversation, the debates. We're gonna keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? And we just, it's gonna be the situation is gonna be a vibe. Is what it's gonna be. This gonna be the channel you can pull up to. You can feel like you back home at the crib, kicking it with the homeboys, shooting the shit, talking ball. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? But this channel was formerly called Laker Nation. Stay tuned. Most of my day ones, y'all already know what it is. When I came with the channel in 2015, I started to get a little buzz like real quick, but for some reason I just stopped doing the channel. I don't know what happened. Life got in the way. I don't know. I just stopped doing it. But we're here now. We're now Hoopla TV, and we just gonna pick it up where we left off and just get rolling with it. And I want to start with tonight's game, the championship game for the cup, the NBA Cup. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, the cup, man. We won the cup. We won the cup, and at first, I didn't feel like this cup thing was necessary. I feel like it was just the NBA just being thirsty, for more clicks, more views, more attention, which is, that's their job to do that on the business side. But basketball wise, I didn't think it would have much meaning, but just seeing our guys out there, that was beautiful, man. That was a beautiful thing. Like I feel like it doesn't mean anything in terms of us winning a championship or make us championship contenders, but those guys, man, they gotta feel like they can do something special. You know what I mean? Like they have to feel that way. And you can just see it if you watch the the post game, if you watch the post game show, you can just see the energy, man. These guys, they enjoy being around each other, they enjoy playing together. And that to me seems like, that's a good recipe for a team that can contend. Because that's a major factor. But let's get to the game, man. Let's get to the game. Anthony Davis, big game. LeBron James, big game. Austin Reeves, big first half. D'Angelo Russell, he played well. Cam Reddish. I'm a pause on Cam. Let's talk about Cam Reddish real quick. I want to say this about Cam Reddish because for Cam Reddish to be where he is in his career, he's basically fighting for his NBA life. He came into this league as a lottery pick, the next Paul George. Y'all know all the hype around Cam Reddish when he came in with Zion and RJ. He is not supposed to be a role player, a 3-and-D wing. That's not who he's supposed to be in his league. But that's what's going to keep him in his league, because this kid was on his way out of the league. Like if he would have fell on his face with the Lakers, that might have been it for him. He might have been overseas. But for him to come in here and play the level of defense that he's playing, I don't care what he's doing as far as like scoring wise. Like I don't care. Anything he give us is a plus. But what he's doing for us on the defensive side of the basketball, The problems he gave Halliburton tonight, not only tonight, but I mean multiple games. Like you can throw him on whoever, and he gonna give him problems. And he plays hard the whole game. The whole game. Like, I didn't know he had that in him. I knew he had some defensive potential, but I didn't know he had that in him, man. Like he's basically like we basically have two Vanderbilts out there. And I actually like his on ball defense. As far as him navigating screens, I like that better than what Vanderbilt does. He doesn't navigate those ball screens as well. I like Vanderbilt being more of a free safety, closer to the basket, so he can secure rebounds and things like that, because that's where his strength is more on the glass. He can lock down too. He can play defense too, but he is a difference maker on the glass, and I feel like that's where we need him the most, because we can't depend on AD to do all the dirty work and get all the rebounds down there. We need somebody else who can, or LeBron for that matter. We need his energy on the glass, but Cam, man, like he came in here, and when we first picked him up, I didn't think he was gonna get in the rotation. I felt like Taurean Prince was gonna get minutes over him. I felt like Max Christie was gonna get minutes over him, and had it not been for Gabe Vincent getting hurt, we might not have seen Cam Reddish. But ever since Darvin Ham has inserted him into the starting lineup, we've been a different team. You know what I mean? Like a guy can come in like that and fill a role like that, and it could just change the whole outlook of the team. But shout out to Cam, man. Like he's playing a big role for us. It's other, I listen to other content creators, and they kind of, they wanna say he's trash, or Taurean Prince is trash. Man, these guys, they do key things for us on offense and defense. Whether they might not be the ones scoring 20, 30 every night, but those guys play important roles, man. So shout out to those guys, man. Shout out to the whole squad for getting it done. We the champions. I don't care. You bubble ring, cup. If it's something to be won, damn it, the Lakers is winning it. If it's something to be won, LeBron is winning it. A winner is gonna win. So, because we already know what the haters gonna say. Not that I care what they gonna say, but we know what the haters gonna say. The haters are gonna say it don't mean nothing. It ain't the finals. It don't mean shit. But everybody else had a chance to win it, and they didn't. Just like back in the bubble. Everybody says it's a bubble ring. It's a Mickey Mouse ring. Blah, blah, blah. Not everybody had an opportunity to win that bubble ring, and they didn't. We did. And then you have the Laker fans that, well, they're not Laker fans. They're LeBron fans, and they try to shit on the rest of the team. They'll shit on the rest of the team, and they're going to say that, oh, this don't mean we contenders, but they're going to turn around and take this performance that LeBron did, LeBron winning this first cup, and they're going to use that. They're going to use that to help their defense of his legacy, or to help lift up his legacy even more. They're going to shit on the team. They're going to shit on the team and say, this doesn't mean, this don't mean shit. This don't mean we can contend. But they'll say, wow, look what LeBron did. He won the first cup. He played amazing. No, you can't do that. We can't have it both ways. But that's not something I really worry about, man. All I worry about is wins and losses. Can we compete? Do we have a chance at it? And I feel like we got a chance at it this year, man. We got a chance at it. I wouldn't tear this team apart. There's been a lot of trade rumors. DeMar DeRozan, Levine, whoever else. Man, I wouldn't tear this team apart. DeRozan is not going to move the needle. That's a lateral move. You're going to have to give up multiple players. D'Lo, maybe Rui or Austin or whatever combination of players. You're going to have to give up multiple players who give us good production for DeMar DeRozan to come in here and score maybe 18, 19 points. D'Lo and Austin Reeves can give us that. And then DeRozan, he's not gonna give us the level of defense that we're looking for. He's not gonna improve our defense. He's actually gonna make us worse on offense because he doesn't shoot threes. And he's not an efficient three-point shooter when he does. So he's going to fuck up the spacing for LeBron and AD and make the game harder for them when you have guys like Taurean Prince, D'Angelo Russell, who they might not make shots every night, although D'Lo is a 40% shooter on the season, our best three-point shooter on the team. Those guys' presence on the floor, whether they're putting up those numbers or not, they're making the game easier for LeBron and for AD. And for themselves. So I feel like if we stand pat and just let these guys keep growing, and by mid-season, especially if we can get Gabe back out there, and a lot of y'all might not be high on him, but he can play. He can play. He's been a part of a winning culture. We saw what he did in Miami. Like he can help us on both ends of the floor. Like we're deep, man. Like Max Christie is giving us solid production off the bench. He's coming in, he's playing defense, he's making good plays offensively. He's not doing too much to, mess the game up. He's coming there playing his role. But when Gabe comes back, I'm assuming Max is gonna lose. He's gonna lose minutes. But I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I know what Gabe is gonna bring. And he didn't start off the season before he got hurt. He wasn't playing well before he got hurt. But we all know this is in this league, guys have shooting slumps, or they go through their little spells where they're not playing well. But by the end of the season, they're gonna it's all gonna balance out. He's probably, when he comes back, he's probably gonna go on a hot streak. Can't miss. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, he's shooting 35, 36, 37% from three, which is all we need from him. All we need, and some hard-nosed defense. That's all we need from him. But I couldn't be prouder of the team tonight, man. Like, I feel like this is a big step in the right direction. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, man, our effort on the defensive end, the way we contain Halliburton, like he had a good bad game. Like he was efficient with the shots that he got, but we didn't let him get off too much. Like he found his spots well. He did a good job of finding his spots. Like he's not the type of player where he gonna just be overly aggressive and trying to force the issue to get his game off. I kind of like that about him. But it speaks to his deficiencies a little bit, because he plays that way and he's comfortable playing that way with just kind of picking his spots in the offense instead of forcing his way through it, because he doesn't have that level of self-creation that you would think for a point guard that they're trying to say that they're trying to put him on a level right now that he's like one of the upper echelon elite point guards in the league, but he doesn't really have the self-creation to be that number one guy. But yeah, but you put him in a system that Rick Carlisle has him in, with the ball movement and the high pick and roll, and just let him play his game. Like, oh yeah, man, he nice. But we did a hell of a job on him, man. Cam Reddish, AD, the way they blitzed him on those ball screens, and then you got LeBron and Cam, D'Lo back there. They playing free safety and jumping the passing lanes, and just AD protecting the rim, killing them on the glass. I didn't expect us to be able to match their energy and their pace tonight, but we did it. And the crazy thing is, how many threes did we hit tonight? Like, I'm not somebody who really look at the box scores and all that. I watch the game and assess it that way. But we I think we didn't hit our first three like into the mid third quarter, and we were up pretty much the whole game. Like I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. Like that's crazy. That just speaks to the level of defense that we was playing, and just controlling the glass, and like we was solid, man. Like if we would have been knocking down threes tonight, like we would have beaten them by probably, it would have been another 40-point blowout, like the Pelican game. Like nobody can't tell me we can't compete for a title. Like I don't want to hear nothing about the Denver series last year. I don't hear nothing about it. To me, that series was a fluke. You know what I mean? That was a fluke. And we can get into that another time. You know what I'm saying? That's another conversation, another debate for another day. But yeah, man, like I'm just real impressed. I'm real impressed with our team right now. I'm real impressed with Darvin Ham. He's getting better as a coach. You know, at first I was kind of on the fence about him, but I wanted to give him a chance to get with a group of guys and get a training camp in, because last year we had such a big overhaul. We had a big overhaul at the trade deadline, as we all know, and he basically got a new team. And he did well with, you know, having those guys for a short time when we got those guys from, we got D'Lo and Vando and Beasley from Minnesota. Like he didn't have a lot of time with those guys, and we turned the season around pretty quick. You know, so he did a good coaching job there. But there was still a lot of things he needed to get better at with his rotations and his timeouts, you know, things like that. Y'all watch the game. But like tonight, man, I love his rotations tonight, man. He like a lot of coaches, which annoys me, like game in, game out, they have like a set time for a player to come out the game and go back into the game. Like no, you have to make your subs. You have your subs have to match what's going on with the flow of the game. Like, and you have to adjust to that. Like you can't just have the same rotation every single night at the same time, because the game is not always flowing like that. It don't make sense. It has to make sense. And I think he's figuring it out. Now I don't know if he he coached like that in the Pacer game too. I'm sorry, the Pelican game, but I don't know if he's doing that because it's the tournament situation and we're trying to win the tournament, so he's coaching like playoff style. But I think he should coach like that game in and game out, and that might lead to guys not getting as many minutes as they expect or want every night. But if we're trying to win, that's the way it got to be. But I feel like we have a group of unselfish guys. They don't mind, you know, they understand. Like D'Lo, for instance, he's benched in a lot of fourth quarters. That he doesn't seem upset. His spirits is high. Well, Austin, he closed most games. Rui Hachimura, like he doesn't close games. Vando, he hasn't been closing games. Christian Wood, I haven't even seen him play in a couple games. He's been DNP. But I feel like these guys, we got a group of guys that all have a common goal, and they got their eyes on the prize. And they know that if we win, they're all going to win. Like if we win a championship, they're all going to win. Everybody's going to get paid. You might not end up back on the Lakers, but you're going to win in some way. But yeah, man, couldn't be prouder of the squad tonight. Shout out to the Lakers. Shout out to the Laker haters, man. Shout out to the ones who don't believe. You know what I mean? Don't switch up. Don't switch up. Stay 10 toes down. Stay 10 toes down. Don't switch up. But that's all I got for tonight, man. I'm glad to be back. I feel like I'm in my comfort zone with this. I want to keep it going. I want to keep it growing. All right, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.
I hoop but never good enough to ever be a Laker, but these words I recall got me bothered.